Oh, look at this view, guys. It's absolutely brilliant. And like I mentioned earlier, again, up in this area, we've actually got some blue markings, which I'm pretty sure are where the supports are gonna go. Yo, what is going on, guys? My name is TheJackSilkstone and welcome back to yet another Project Exodus construction update. Oh my God, I can't tell you how good it feels to be saying that again, because if you have subscribed to the channel, you may have noticed a slight lack, well, very much a lack of Project Exodus construction updates being uploaded. And I mentioned why in a recent video, but just in case you missed that, I'll quickly summarize it here for you guys right now. Essentially, I've put it down to two main reasons. The first of which is the weather in the Surrey area over the past few weeks has not been the best at all. We've had some really heavy rainstorms to the point where the site has just been so muddy that it's been really hard for me to get in and actually just film like updates. It's been near impossible. So that's the first reason. And the second reason is that there was always going to be this weird like 1 or 2 month period during this ride's construction in which not a lot was ever going to be going on, and that's kind of what we're in the middle of right now, or coming to the end of, I should say. And the reason for this is because, as you guys saw in all of the updates, Old Town completely transformed from the period of around January to early March, and this was when everything was basically coming down. Like, we had the Canada Creek railway station, basically where I'm standing right now, come down. Creek Freak Massacre, that came down. Obviously Loggers Leap itself came down. So that was a really, really exciting period for this project. However, as that period came to an end, we were obviously left with a very flat version of Old Town. And to be honest, until things like the ride itself, like the supports, the foundations and the track, until those things arrive here at the park from Germany, because obviously it's a Mack roller coaster, you know, not a lot is really happening. At this point, they're just slowly kind of preparing the ground, making sure the lake's ready to be infilled and all of that stuff. So although work is constantly going on, you know, on the videos, it's not necessarily going to seem like too much is happening. And as I've always said, I don't want to upload these videos just for the sake of it. I want each episode to show something really exciting and actual progress happening for Project Exodus. So although I might not be uploading like super frequent Exodus videos, you guys can know that when a Project Exodus video lands in your subscription box from me, you'll know that something exciting would have happened. But yeah, I'm so happy to be back on site once again. Yeah, I'm so happy to be back on site again. I'm going to show you guys everything that's been going on because yeah, things are happening again and it's all very exciting. And I'm also going to head somewhere else on park towards the end of the video and show you a bit of history that's been kept from this area. Some cool Loggers Leap signs that you can find elsewhere on park. So yeah, I'll show you where to find them. But yeah, oh my God, it's so nice to be back in this beautiful weather. I'm back in my happy place. Oh yes. So one of the first things you'll notice in this area of the site, which is obviously where the main brunt of Old Town used to be, is just how empty this area is now. In pretty much every Project Exodus construction update that I've uploaded to this point, there's always been like a massive pile of rubble in this area, or always like loads of construction vehicles. But at this point, as you can see, it's just so open, which is nice to see. It shows that they are like pretty much done with this area of the site. And to be honest, the whole area that you can see in this shot isn't really gonna have the roller coaster itself. Obviously the ride station is gonna be situated just over there where I started this video. You're then gonna kind of go around this corner, and then as soon as you get to around this kind of point here, that's when the ride is gonna head up in that direction there. But yeah, this area of the site looks very, very open now, and it's very exciting, guys. I don't know what the reason for these is yet. I'm gonna try and find out. But we've had loads of markings go down in this area, and you guys know how much I love a good marking. It's obviously what kicked off this entire speculation for this project a good few years back. I'll always remember this vlog clip right here. Yeah, anything interesting you see on park. Oh, hello. So yeah, all these markers are this same symbol.
It looks like a picture.
And they've all got numbers on them. Oh, we've got a line. Once again, I know they're like gassing it up and everything, saying, oh, it's a lift hill. It could be nothing. I don't want to start this whole thing. It could be absolutely nothing, but it could be the start of something huge. Me and the boys were getting so excited, and yeah, it's crazy to think that I'm pretty much stood in exactly the same spot now on the construction site for this ride. And once again, we've had even more markings go down. Now, as I said, I don't know what these markings are for. We've got some blue ones, some red ones. I'd love to say it's where like the supports are gonna go, but I'm not entirely sure because they are all squares. So yeah, I don't know. If you work in construction and you have a better idea than me, then let me know down in the comments. But yeah, it's certainly a cool area of the site. As you can see, it's all very open now. I think my first stop today though is going to be down here, obviously where Loggers Leap's second lift hill used to be. So the past few Project Exodus videos that I uploaded to this channel were of course about the iconic log flume ride, Loggers Leap, finally being taken down. And yeah, I'm currently stood where that double down drop would have been. These are literally the supports right here. How weird is that? So yeah, I can now literally just stand on top of what used to hold up that massive second lift hill drop. But yeah, as you can see, previously it was all just kind of rubble in this area, but we've now got a bit of like a service road which has been constructed, and as I said, that's kind of a theme around the entire site now. That, as I said, they're kind of laying these foundations to help them build the roller coaster itself. But yeah, in that very last Project Exodus video that I uploaded, there was still a little bit of Loggers Leap's second lift hill that was still standing, and it was just down in that little area there. But as you can clearly see, it's now gone. So I'm going to take a wander down and see what the state of that is looking like now. So yeah, here we are. This is where I was standing in the last Project Exodus video, and of course this part of the lift hill was still up. However, as you can see, the trough now just ends, whereas previously it went up to about, I'd say about this point here was where it ended. And where I left off in that last video. The only remaining part of Loggers Leap is now this little bend over here and the part that crosses the lake. I believe this bit is going to stay in for a little bit because obviously it goes across the lake itself. So I think the plan for the construction workers is they're going to go on with the lake fill and kind of wait for that to be done a little bit more so that they can then have like a crane in this area to help them get that little bit out, because obviously it goes across the water. It's not going to be an easy thing to just take out. Like, at least these parts of the ride were on land, which is why they came down so quick. But yeah, this bit is a little bit out of the way. Like, Project Exodus won't really go into that area anyway. But of course they are going to get rid of it. It's just, it's not necessarily a massive priority at this point, but it will come out eventually. So I've made my way down the left side of the Project Exodus construction site now to one of my favourite places currently on site. And this is my first time coming up here today, so this is my honest reaction. Oh, look at this view, guys. It's absolutely brilliant. Yeah, basically down this end of the site where pretty much platform 15 used to run during Fright Nights, there's like this mound and you get an amazing kind of elevated view over the entire site. And on a day like today when the sun's out, oh my God, you can't really ask for much more in life, can you? Absolutely gorgeous. But yeah, this little area where I've just walked down is, in my opinion, currently the most exciting place on site, because a lot of people have obviously been riding the likes of Saw and Samurai now that the park is open. And this is like the area where you see the most. And people have been reporting that like the foundations have started going in and all of that exciting stuff. Now, it hasn't quite reached that point yet. No foundations for Project Exodus have currently gone in. However, as I mentioned back at the start of the video, they have started working on the service roads, which are essentially how the works vehicles and cranes are going to construct Project Exodus. And yeah, this is probably the most exciting piece of development so far, because this is actually on the roller coaster plans themselves. You can actually see this little bit of dirt which they've worked on, and yet presumably as time goes on, this kind of material will stretch all the way down and kind of create a service road, so that eventually, I imagine, this is where the big crane is going to be constructed for the top of the lift hill, because yeah, the lift hill itself is going to start right off down in that direction, past these diggers. I'd say almost where that orange digger is, just to the left of that, that's where the kind of base of this 236-foot lift hill is going to be. It's then going to come straight down towards me in this direction, obviously 236 feet in the air, making it, of course, the tallest ride in the UK. And yeah, there's basically going to be a nice service road down the side of it. I believe the service road is actually going to stay in place even once the ride opens, presumably just so that they can access this part of the area if they need to. I was going to say site then, but once the ride is open, it won't be a construction site, it'll be an area. So yeah, I think this kind of service road is going to stay, although I don't think it's going to come down as far, because I believe they'll have access to the Platform 15 Horror Maze route again after this whole construction project is complete. But yeah, this area is definitely the current area to watch, which is so cool because it's obviously the area that's closest to the rides that you can go on at the moment. Once Colossus opens, you'll get an amazing view over the entire area. But yeah, Samurai and Saw at the moment, you get a great view of this area in particular. And yeah, as you can see, they've kind of dug down this little section here. And that is, again, just working on the ground and preparing it for the foundations and the service road that's going to go in within the next month or so. And like I mentioned earlier, again, up in this area, we've actually got some blue markings, which I'm pretty sure are where the supports are going to go. Like, it makes sense, like this will probably be for the tallest point of the lift hill. Maybe not, I'm not actually too sure. I think this could even be for the turnaround section of the ride. Don't hold me to that, I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, as I said, loads of blue markings over the entire site. Now, whilst I'm down this area of the site, I feel like I should address something that I know some of you may have spotted when riding Saw the Ride. There's basically this big white thing down this end of the site, and I can actually show you up close and personal. Here it is. Essentially, what this is it's basically an old theming piece from Loggers Leap that for some reason they just haven't taken out. I don't know if it's going to stay there or if it will be going out soon. But yeah, that is the thing that you might have spotted when riding Saw the Ride. And some people have said like, oh, is it teasing what the ride's going to be? Is it maybe the first bit of theming going in? Nah, it's literally from Loggers Leap and it's just stayed in there. That's an up close look at it. No idea why it's still there and if it's going to stay. But yeah, cool to see. And then just down here, we actually get a cool look at Loggers Leap. You can see this is literally the only remaining part of that ride now. So yeah, as I said, I'm sure it won't be there for too much longer, but it is still there now. But yeah, I just love this area of the park. Absolutely love it. It's so like peaceful down here. And yeah, this is definitely one of my favorite spots to look at the construction for Project Exodus at the moment. It's absolutely amazing. But yeah, I'm pretty much done within the construction site now, but I'm far from done in this video because, as I said, I'm going to show you guys a little bit of history from the rides that used to be in this area that have been moved elsewhere on park. So I'm going to leave the construction site now and I'm going to head into the park itself. So I've made my way over to the Thorpe Shark cabins, obviously the on-site accommodation here at Thorpe Park. I have to say it feels absolutely bizarre to be filming a Project Exodus construction update in this part of the park, but here I am. And that is because in the entry portal to this hotel, we've obviously got this kind of big, massive metal fake shark. And in this shark, there's loads of pieces of old Thorpe Park memorabilia, all bolted up to the walls. And I'm very excited to show you guys the new additions. As you can see, this is our first one. We've got the Canada Creek Railway sign. It's absolutely massive, and oh my God, it's so cool to see that again. So yeah, essentially, a lot of the signs that they had to take down when knocking down Old Town in preparation for Exodus, they've moved and repurposed them over here. So yeah, that's the first one. Probably my favourite, that one. However, oh my God, guys, look how cool it is to see this sign again. We've got the old Loggers Leap sign in all its glory. So yeah, this was obviously the ride safety board, which would have been on display outside of Loggers Leap back in the day. But how cool is it seeing that logo out on park again? So yeah, we've got this big safety board here. And if we spin around, we've got one of the Canada Creek Railway like quizzes that used to be like on the train ride as you went around Old Town. So there we go. What's the question? What famous event is held in Calgary? The Calgary Stampede, the Calgary Flag Day, or the Cow Race? I honestly don't know the answer, so let me know if you do down in the comments below. So yeah, those are the only 3 new additions to this shark, but it's so cool to see them. And yeah, if you're a big fan of Thorpe Park and were a big fan of Old Town and Loggers Leap and the Canada Creek Railway, then definitely make your way down to the Thorpe Shark Cabins. You can literally just pop in here as you head into the park or even as you're leaving, just to check out these awesome signs. Yeah, I absolutely love how the park have preserved these and kind of put them up on display for people, or I should say nerds like us, to come and have a look at. It's really cool. And yeah, there's loads of other signs in here. You've got like old Finn's Bar and Grill signs. You've got an X No Way Out sign over there. That's one of my favorites. So yeah, it's just full of cool Easter eggs in here for you to come and have a look at. Very cool indeed. And yeah, that brings me to the end of yet another Project Exodus construction update. As I said, I do apologize that you've been waiting quite a while for this video to be uploaded. However, as I said, it is a weird time for the project at the moment. There's loads of groundwork going on, which admittedly isn't the most exciting thing to watch on camera. But yeah, I am excited to say that the next Project Exodus video I upload, unless something major happens over on the site, is actually going to be a Q&A. So I'm going to be answering any questions that you guys might have regarding Project Exodus. So yeah, start leaving me some questions down in the comments below, and I'll go through them in the next video and kind of answer any questions that you might have about Project Exodus. But yeah, otherwise, thank you all so much for watching yet another Project Exodus update. I absolutely love filming these videos. Be sure to subscribe for even more Project Exodus videos. And otherwise, my name's Jack Silkstone. Goodbye.